Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. Welcome to another reading vlog. So it is currently the 25th of April. I'm about to say March. I'm getting my months confused. This year's gone so quickly. And I have read 0 books from my April TBR, and I had 8 books on my April TBR, so that is just great. Well done, Amelia. So I know I'm not going to get through all 8 books until the end of April, but I'd like to give it a good go. So in this video, I'm going to be seeing how much I can read in a week, although it's kind of less than a week because it's currently Friday. But it's also Friday afternoon at 6 p.m. So I'm going to read Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Why did I count an extra finger? That's fine. Why can't I count? That's 6 days of reading. Now, realistically, I could read 6 books. I don't know. Also, on Wednesday, I am going down to Bath for a uni offer holder day, and the train down, I think it would take us about 2.5-3 hours. So honestly, I had thought that I could take my laptop to edit, but I might just take my books, take my Kindle, and just read there and back, because my dad will be working, so he will not be wanting to talk, so I could get like 6 hours of reading done then. I don't know. If I don't hit the goal, it doesn't really matter. It's because I've been reading the capcut series, and by the time you're watching this video, it might be out the video where I vlogged it. So if it is, I will have linked it here for you to go and watch, and if not, just stay tuned. I kind of don't know. It's gonna go up before this video, but by the time I don't even know. I'll try and link it for you, okay? So I decided that I'm in the mood at first. Oh my god, wait. I will tell you all the books on my April TBR. I'll just quickly run through them before I get into it. So number 1, First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. Number 2, Wildside by Elsie Silver. Number 3, Deep End, Ali Hazelwood. Number 4, Life's Too Short, Abby Jimenez. Number 5, Funny Story, Emily Henry. Number 6, Kiss My Cupcake by who's Kiss My Cupcake by? Helena Hunting. I always get Helena Hunting and Helen Huang confused. I don't know why. I think it's also because I keep them together on my bookshelf, so it just then confuses me because of Helen and Helena. And then Things We Had from the Light, she score. I might have to read this on my Kindle because I think it's on Kindle Unlimited, just because I don't know. I think it will just, I've been dreading this book, and I feel like if I read it on my Kindle it might help, especially because it's on Kindle Unlimited. And then Summerbird Blue. Where is this book? Because I don't know who it's by. I will write the author's name on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce the first name and I don't want to butcher it. So this book, it is gorgeous. I don't even know what it's about. Oh my god, wait. Big words. That's good. I think it might be YA, to be fair. So yeah, now I decided after reading capcut paperback, and I also oh my god, the last books that I read before capcut were in my 24-hour readathon, which is crazy, but I want to just read on my Kindle. I'm just craving this. I love my Kindle. So I'm going to read Wildside by Elsie Silver. I've got it on Kindle Unlimited downloaded, and I'm very excited. Here it is. I can't even put into words how excited I am for this book. Like, I've been waiting. I love an Elsie Silver book. I've read all of them up to this one, so I'm very excited. And after fantasy, especially because I'm not like much of a fantasy girl, so it kind of took a lot of brain power, just reading a nice cowboy romance is exactly what I need right now. And then I think I'll go into the paperbacks, because hopefully then when I go on Wednesday I can just take my Kindle and maybe read First Time Caller and Things We Had from the Light at the end of the week, or at the end of this video. Let me just check that Things We Had from the Light is on Kindle Unlimited, but I think it is, because I don't know, just like the book, honestly, now that I've read capcut, like, that's a small book. I think it's 550-ish, but that's so much for a romance book, which is just what puts me off. But I will read it because I've been putting it off for so long that I just feel like I need to. Here it is on Kindle Unlimited. I'll just try and add it to my library now, although I might have, oh yeah, I'm currently using all of my, like, I've got the maximum amount. So once I've finished Wildside, I'll download that one once I return this. But yeah, I'm going to take you along. We're going to see how much I can read. I was tempted to do a 24-hour readathon, but I just don't really have 24 hours to put aside, because in my last one I did it where I did it over 3 days. I was aiming to do it over 2, but I ended up doing it over 3 because I don't want to do it through the night. But I don't really have that amount of time now. It doesn't really matter. Obviously I will bring the 24-hour readathons back at some point. I don't know why it's obvious. I will do, don't you worry. Wildside, I've been chatting for 5.5 minutes. I hope I was able to cut some of it down. I'm going to start with Wildside by Elsie Silver. I'm very excited. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. I will speak to you once I've read a bit of the book and have some thoughts to share. Hey, it's the next morning. Wildside update. I've read about 75%. I'll just check the exact amount, but it was about then 300 pages ish. Yeah, 292 pages, 73% through. I'm at chapter 35. I'm really liking it. I think it's falling around a 4-star. I had seen quite a few people didn't like it as much as the other books. I'd say maybe it's not quite as good, especially as the last book, Wild Eyes. That's what that one was called. This is Wildside, that was Wild Eyes. What was the other one? Wild what? I can't remember. It's because their titles are also similar, I just forget. So yeah, but I am really enjoying it. Also, it's going a better way than I kind of expected, because I'll be kind of vague touching it, because there's basically in it there's a kind of, not even a battle, but a conflict of custody of a child between the male and female main characters, and it's going the way that I'd have preferred it to go, which is good. Obviously not kind of touching too much, but like I'm enjoying the way that Elsie Silver has taken the book. Obviously I know things can change. There's probably going to be a third act breakup or third act conflict coming up, but I'm liking it at the moment, so that is good. I am happy with it. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm just going to finish it now. It'll take me an hour-ish, maybe just a bit over, to finish it, and then we can pick the next book, because like I said, I kind of want to be reading a lot, because I've kind of missed the binging of books from when I was doing ACOTAR, because I took a big break in ACOTAR for like at least a week during the second book, which is why it took me so long. I don't know if I said that to you. I get confused because I just finished filming the ACOTAR vlog, so I don't know what I've told you and what I told them. That's it. I am excited to be reading fluffy romances again, because as much as I enjoyed fantasy, this is where I thrive. So yeah, and I'm thinking next I want to read Deep End after Wildside, so very excited. I'm gonna get back to reading, and I will speak to you once I've done on my final thoughts. But at the moment it's sitting around a 4-star. It could go up, it could go down, but around just a flat 4-star is feeling about right. Finished it, yay! I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I've given it a 4 stars. I think that's about right. My hair looks crazy, but yeah, 4 stars feels about right. Like I really enjoyed it, but yeah, wow, my hair. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. It probably, I don't know if I've ever given an Elsie Silver book below 4 stars. Actually, I think I did. The first book in the, what was her first series called? I'm completely blanking. It was Rose Hill, Chestnut Springs, and I can't remember. I really can't remember. The first book in that, it was more of like a novella. It was a shorter one. It was like book 0.5. That was kind of my least favorite, I think. Anyway, I thought it was good. It was a classic Elsie Silver book. I enjoyed it. I know it's been getting not loads of hate, but like people haven't been enjoying it as much, but I didn't think it didn't stand out to me as being like, oh my god, this is so much worse than her other books, if you know what I mean. Such a good endorsement. But I did really enjoy it. I thought it was nice. It was fun. I love a single parent book, so I'm liking this series because the whole kind of Rose Hill, it's like that little friendship group, the bowling group are the single dads. Yeah, but I recommend reading it if you haven't read an Elsie Silver book. I recommend all the series, honestly. I started with Chestnut Springs, then did Rose Hill, then did the oldest one, and then obviously now I'm back to Rose Hill because that's the one that's still going on. But you could read them in any order. I mean, if you want to commit, start from her first one and just work up, because technically that's the right order, but also it doesn't really matter as long as you, well, you don't even need to read the actual books in the series in the right order, but like it's worth it, because not even that the spoilers, but you see the couples then in the later books that were in the earlier ones, kind of them being together, but you kind of know they're gonna get together, don't you, really, with a romance book. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I'm now on to Deep End. It's kind of short actually. Oh, 430. It looks small, but I'm just going to read this. I'm kind of excited. I know it's a sports romance, which Ali Hazelwood hasn't done before. She's normally women in STEM, but I'm excited. I really like Checkmate. That was that the, oh no, I read Bride. That was the most recent Ali Hazelwood book, but I really like Checkmate. That was my favorite, I think, of hers. So yeah, I'm excited for this because I love a good sports romance. I've heard mixed reviews, so it'll be interesting to kind of see what I think, but yeah, I'm excited. I need to charge my Kindle, so I'm just gonna put it on the floor because then I will remember to charge it. And yeah, I will use this. If only I had the Chestnut Springs series, not the Chestnut Springs, the Rose Hill series in paperback, because I could have used this. It's giving that. It says turn the page and let the disco begin. So true. It used to have a pom-pom on the end, but I was messing with it and then it just fell off. I'm probably not going to start this right now, but I'll start it later today. I'm working, but I'm hoping that I'll read before I start working, and then I'll read tonight as well. So yeah, that's it. But I just thought I'd update you. I enjoyed the last book and I'm excited for this one. Okay, I made kind of a dent in it. We're this far through. I think I'm 294, so very similar to yesterday with Wildside. I am enjoying it. I don't know, it's the type of book that like I want to keep going, and it's like hooked me, but I don't actually think I'm loving it. Like, I don't think I'm enjoying it more than Wildside, so maybe it's like a 3.75. I don't know. This is the thing, because like it doesn't feel like a 3.5, it feels more like a 4, but I don't think Wildside was more than a 4, but I preferred Wildside at the moment, and it's like we need more. We kind of need to, I don't even know. I'm on chapter 45. I'm going to read a bit now. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before I go to work, but I'd like to try, and if not, do it then, get very close. So I'll speak to you when I've finished or I've got an update. Why is this camera so dirty? Cute, better. This lighting is awful. Should I turn this light on, my reading light? That kind of adds a bit of something. Don't want it to be too bright because like that's too much, but if I just do it like that, whatever, you can see me slightly. Okay, I need to tidy my room because the state of this is just, there's too much stuff going on. Anyway, I finished Deep End. I gave it 3.75 stars. I don't know, I love a sports romance and I did really enjoy that bit. It was just the romance. It was just like, we kept going around in circles talking about the boy's ex who became, so Lucas's ex, Pen, who became Scarlett's, like one of her close friends. We just kept bringing her up, and I'd seen people talking about it and saying like the book was more about Pen than it was about Scarlett. I wouldn't even say that. It's more just Lucas and Scarlett kept bringing Pen up like every other chapter, and it just then got so repetitive, and I was like, we've had this discussion so much, like please can you just stop? It wasn't even that, because like we didn't know that much about Pen's life. Like I feel like we learned the same amount about Pen's life as you would about any best friend of the main character. Like that's not crazy. It was that we kept going round and round in circles. So yeah, also the book is kind of about, not even about, but it was kind of Lucas and Scarlett got together because they liked certain kinks. There was literally like no mention of it really, and I'd seen people say that, and honestly like I don't really mind because I wasn't going into it like happy about that, you know what I mean? Like I literally didn't really care about it, but like they were really like mentioning it when like they were having conversations. But when they had those types of scenes, you know, like I was like, oh, kind of, I don't even want to say underwhelming because it wasn't what I was like excited for, but like underwhelming in the sense that the delivery wasn't the way they were hyping it up, but like it was still good. I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Wildside. Obviously they're quite different books, but I didn't enjoy it as much as that. So 3.75 stars. I'd say it's one of my least favorite Ali Hazelwood books, just because I really like her doing sports romances. That wasn't the thing. It was the constant bringing up of Pen that I didn't really like, and just their relationship, like the communication wasn't, I was just getting frustrated, but not in a way of like, oh my god, I need to keep, and frustrated as it was like, okay, I'm kind of sick of you now, like, can we wrap this up? It could have been wrapped up quicker than it was. I don't think I have anything spoilery to say, because if I did, I don't think I gave a spoiler for Wildside. Usually, I don't think I have, but if I have, I'm just repeating myself. Usually in a reading vlog, it is spoiler free, but then obviously I give you a spoiler, but like, I will let you know, so it is spoiler free. Anyway, I don't think I have a spoiler for you. I've moved on to Summerbird Blue. I believe this is a YA book. The words are really big. So I've read over 100 pages. Oh great. My bookmark fell out. This bookmark is awful. It literally doesn't stay in. I'm just gonna put my other one in. This one, because this one doesn't fall out. I think it's because it's like slippy material. I am 97 pages in, chapter 12. I started reading it at 25 past. It's now 10 past, and like, I've been speaking to you for almost 5 minutes, so very, very quick. And it's not like I'm skimming it. There's literally barely any pages on, no, there's barely any words on a page. So honestly, I might not finish it tonight, but I feel like I'll finish it early tomorrow morning. But yeah, it's okay so far. It's kind of touching a lot on grief of a sibling, which isn't a spoiler. That's it's in the first paragraph of the blurb, and it happens on like page 4 or 3, you know, like it, not a spoiler. That is the whole kind of point of the book, that the main character Remy, she's called Remy, isn't she? No, Rumi goes to Hawaii. I think they live in Washington. Yeah, I think it was Washington, I can't remember. But yeah, there's kind of a boy that's sprung up who lives next door. Honestly, that could be a romance. We don't really know much about him, but I think it's going to be such a quick read that I'm not really going to form a connection. There's 100 pages in. I feel like I don't really know much, honestly. And this, again, so this, things keep getting repeated, but obviously that's different because it's about grief, and that type of thing is to be expected, that you keep going back to certain feelings relating to it. So like, I understand that, and that's not annoying me in this book, as opposed to in Deep End, the repetitiveness was like not necessary. Like, I understand it was realistic of like, it's something that you're worried about and that you're constantly thinking about, but this feels, I don't know, like not annoying. Hate to say it, obviously it's not annoying that someone is struggling with grief. Anyway, I am going to read for a bit longer and update you probably tomorrow. I'm glad I finished Deep End. I'm glad that I finally got around to it. It honestly was slightly better than I expected, because when I first heard that she was doing a sports romance, I was very excited, but then after everyone started saying that they weren't as big of a fan as they expected them to be, I was like, how am I gonna feel? So I'm glad that it kind of impressed me. That sounds like I'm a critic or something. I'm glad that I was not underwhelmed, but not overwhelmed. Like, that I wasn't underwhelmed. That I set my expectations, like they exceeded my expectations. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, I will speak to you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next morning. My hair looks crazy. I finished Summerbird Blue. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know, well, maybe enjoyed it isn't the right word. I thought it was a good book. It obviously touches on grief a lot, so like, that's why it kind of wasn't an enjoyment book, and it did feel very repetitive, which, even though I know I said in the last clip like, oh, I know that was intentional, it did get to a point where, not even that, I feel bad saying it was annoying, because like, I know it's very realistic, but it got to a point where it did just feel like I was reading the same stuff over and over again, which I feel like when it's in a book, it's like, you know, I don't know. I thought it was good though. Representation was really good. I saw another review kind of say that, and I thought, you know what, that is very true. You know, lots of different types of representation. I also just like the fact that there isn't a romance in it. There's kind of, you know, you get in the book and it's like, oh, there might be, but there isn't, and it's mainly friendship with different people of, yeah, I don't know, it was good. It's very much like not a summer fun book, so if you're looking for a summery book, it's not really what you're gonna want, but it was good. I gave it 3.5 stars, so technically like the worst book that I've read this video, but it was still good. So I'm now going to read Kiss My Cupcake by Helena Hunting. I am excited about this. I really am. I really liked Meet Cute, which was also by her. I'm excited. It's about bakers, I think. They work in bakeries next door. So yeah, I'm going to start this and I will update you once I've kind of got a bit more into it. But yeah, I did like this book, so I would recommend it. Hey guys, is this camera wonky? I feel like it is, but never mind. I finished Kiss My Cupcake. I don't think I ever updated you about this book, so I don't know what I'm gonna rate it. I feel like it's maybe a 3.5, 3.75. What if I rated a 3.75? Was it deep end? Actually, this is probably a 3.5. I don't know, it was so weird. Okay, so this is gonna sound crazy. It was kind of slow burn, but also insta love. So it was kind of, not even that, like, I've read a lot more slow burn, but it took a while for them to kind of get together. It was kind of building the anticipation, the tension. But then as soon as like the first thing happened, they were girlfriend and boyfriend within like 20 pages. And like, that's too much. That is too much for me. I don't know, it was just a bit weird. Like the girl, she was just a bit, I don't know, it was about the way she dressed and her reasoning for it. It was just like, I was just kind of, I hate to say it, kind of gave like pick me vibes. And I don't know, it was just like, I literally don't care what you wear, but why is that your reasoning? Because she was wearing like 50s dresses because she wanted to feel like she was part of a traditional family and that she was like having traditional family values. And I was like, what are you going on about? But yeah, Ronan was the male main character. He was quite sweet. I don't know, it was a bit slightly odd. They were kind of rivals, but also so the girl ran a shop where she sold cupcakes and cocktails, and Ronan sold things. He was like a bar. And it's like, well, obviously you're kind of competitors, but also the demographics are very different. Like, I think they were kind of playing up the fact that they were competitors a bit more. There wasn't a competition for like the best bar in, I can't even remember what city they lived in. Chicago? Maybe not. That was actually a competition because they were both competing for that. But other than that, the competition, I was like, well, come on now. I don't know, it just felt a bit surface level. It was okay. I mean, I'm glad I read it because like I probably wouldn't have picked it up straight away. I don't really know. I think once there was a Goodreads list about like bakers, and I just added loads of them to my TBR, and then I just bought loads of them because I just look on my TBR on Goodreads and then I just buy books. So I'm like, well, I must want to read it if it's obviously on my want to read list. So maybe I need to be a bit more selective. Anyway, I am now gonna switch to Kindle. I'm gonna read what's it called, Things We Had from the Light, which I do have on paperback, but I'm going on a train tomorrow, so it's easier if I just read it on here. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, which is why, because usually I wouldn't read it on a Kindle if I've got the paperback, but since it's kind of a big paperback, and also because it's on Kindle Unlimited, it's free. Because I know I'm paying for the subscription, but I'm going to pay for the subscription whether I read it on paperback or Kindle, so I might as well read it on my Kindle. So yeah, it's struggling. It's not downloading right now. I don't know if the Wi-Fi has been dodgy or I don't know. And then after that, because I'm not going to probably speak to you on the train if I finish it, I will obviously speak to you as soon as I, what was I going to say? I will speak to you as soon as I can, but like on the train, I'm probably not going to be speaking to you, am I? So after that, I'm going to read, what's it called? First Time Caller by BK Borison. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but so far I've read 4 books in this video, so I'll have hopefully read 5 by the end in 6 days. That's not that bad, because I've not read as much today. I've just been doing other things. So yeah, that's it. I am happy with that. I am excited, honestly, kind of to read Things We Had from Like, 'cause I've been putting it off for so long that I have such low expectations. I don't know, because I heard kind of bad things, but I do want to read it because I'd bought it and it's been on my bookshelf for a while, and I really like Things We Never Got Over, or things like, what, I can't even remember what it's called. I think it's Things We Never Got Over, and I did really like that. I can't really remember it now because it was so long ago. I'm sure, and I think I've said it before, didn't he like wee in his garden? Am I making that up? Because I have a memory of that being a thing and being like, what the hell? But yeah, anyway, I don't know why this isn't downloading. The Wi-Fi must, oh my god, it's just started actually. Is it called the Knock 'Em Out series? I don't know, I can't even remember literally anything. Won't be able to tell you the names of the main characters. All I know is that in the first one, didn't the main female character have custody of her nephew and then he went to live with her, but wasn't it like the property of the boy, of the man, that she stayed on, and that's why she saw him weeing in his garden? Or they were next door neighbors or something, and there was like a cafe. Did he work at a cafe or a bar? I don't even know. I don't even know. You're probably watching this being like, Amelia, come on now. But I feel like that is what happened. Like, it's kind of familiar, but also I read it well over 2 years ago, I'd say. I hope it was over 2 years ago, because otherwise it's a bit bad. Yeah, surely it was. Okay, Things We Hide from the Light is opening. The average reading time is 11 hours 53 minutes. It's 594 pages. I said it would take me like 7 hours, 6 hours, I don't know. That's a lot, actually. Okay, maybe, no, I'll probably finish it tomorrow, but and briefly start First Time Caller, but I don't know. But maybe I will just tell you my thoughts on First Time Caller as well. I kind of might as well, because I don't think I'm going to film a reading vlog after this one, so it doesn't really matter if I just go into May, does it really? Okay, it took me so long to change it so that the book cover is like the home screen on my Kindle. I never knew that you could do that. It's so much more fun than I just used to have like the Kindle generated ones, which are boring. Okay, I'm going to put this back on my bookshelf and read. Is this camera wonky? I think it is. Okay, hey guys, I'm on my period, so that's why I've got my water bottle here. It's currently the 4th of May. It took me a bit longer than I expected to finish the book. The book was so long. I read quite a bit on Wednesday when I was on the train and didn't finish it then. And then I've just been in and out of the house very much so this week. And well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was very much at the house. So I finished it last night. I really liked it. Let me just hold the actual book. I gave it 3.75 stars. It wasn't as good as Things We Never Got Over. What I did like was the fact that there was mystery, because we kind of had a bit of like an investigation still about the incident that had happened at the, what is going on here? The incident at the end of Things We Never Got Over. Just looking on the back to confirm that's what it's called. Yeah. We kind of had a mystery, and also Lena, the female main character, she was also kind of in her job investigating things. So like I enjoyed that, and that was suspenseful, but the book was way too long. It was almost 600 pages. How many was the physical book? 575. That is too much. It doesn't need to be that long. It could have been 400 pages and we wouldn't have lost any content. We could have, because it just kind of felt like bits of it like we were going in circles, but not necessary circles. Like it was just pointless, and it was like, why are you doing that? So that was annoying. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the sticker off this book. So yeah, it could have been a lot shorter, so I was kind of bored. It was just like just fix yourself. It was just like there's no need for it to be as long as it was, and so I was kind of just annoyed by that. But it was good, it was enjoyable. Small town romance. What is going on here? Yeah, it was good enough. I think I'd recommend it. I'm glad that I read it because it was better than I was expecting, because I'd heard mixed reviews. The next book is meant to be really good, but it's like almost 700 pages. It's like 690 from when I looked on Goodreads, so don't know when I'll read that, because it's just, there's no need for it to be that long. There is genuinely no need for a book to be that long, especially a romance book. Like fantasy I kind of get, there's no need for a romance to be that long. This book doesn't even look that big right now, but it was so unnecessarily long, and it was like there's no point. So yeah, what did I even read this video? I read Kiss My Cupcake. I read Things We Hide from the Light, Summerbird Blue. What else did I read? And then obviously the Elsie Silver book. I didn't read 4 books, did I? Actually, I think I did. The end, of course. I knew that wasn't all that I read. So I read 5 books. I read 3 physically and 1 on, no, and then 2 on my Kindle, but obviously I have this one that like I read, whatever, that I have physical but I read on my Kindle. But I'd say, what was my favorite? They kind of went downhill. So Wildside, is that what it was called? Yeah, I gave 4 stars. I did really enjoy that. This piece of hair is pissing me off. And then Deep End I gave 3.75 stars. Summerbird Blue I gave 3.5 stars. Kiss My Cupcake was 3.5, and then Things We Had from Light was 3.75 stars. So no like exceptionally good books, but still pretty good, if I'm honest with you. Like that's pretty good going. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm just gonna end this vlog here. I didn't kind of film as much as I'd have liked to, especially with things we had from the light, because of just how I ended up reading it. It just took longer, and then kind of when I was doing the bulk of the reading, I was on my train, so I wasn't going to speak to you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you made it this far in a video, comment down below a swimming emoji for deep end. Yeah, that's it. Let me know which other types of reading vlogs you would like to see, or book videos in general. Yeah, I love you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.